Greetings, Star Wars fans! Today we're taking a look at the Star Wars Rogue One Lieutenant Sefla 3 3/4 inch action figure. This, of course, is in the final wave of Rogue One figures that includes Admiral Raddus and Galen Erso. I'm really excited about this dude. I really enjoyed the actor's portrayal of Lieutenant Sefla in Rogue One. If you guys haven't visited Outer Rim News, I wrote an article on the military tactics used in the film. You guys should really check that out because these actors were trained by professional soldiers and how to conduct small squad tactics and that kind of thing, even right down to trigger discipline. And you can see on the artwork there of Lieutenant Sefla, just a very nice action sequence and everything, but he has his barrel in the low ready position of the weapon. These guys were very, very accurate in their portrayal of military tactics in that film. There's one or two scenes where guys firing, from the hip and that sort of thing, but, in a situation like that, if you've got a new soldier and they're under stress and they're being overrun, that's bound to happen. But overall, these guys were very, very precise in how they manipulated their weapons, how they moved together as a unit, and I really love that. I mean, Rogue One was like the best Star Wars film ever for me, and I mean that sincerely. And I really appreciate all of the operators who took the time to be involved in that film to teach the actors the tactics and that kind of thing that they used, right down to trigger discipline, where they kept their index finger off of the trigger. Really, really awesome. It just made the film that much more realistic. So Lieutenant Sefla is a member of the Rebel Alliance Special Forces, or Spec Forces they're called. He is not actually one of the Pathfinders. They're a separate Rebel unit. So he's a really cool guy. I enjoyed the actor and his portrayal of the character. And of course the packaging here is standard Rogue One packaging, nice artwork on the front, obligatory product images, and a brief bio on the top. He's a platoon leader in the Spec Forces. Really cool guy, and I really like the figure. I think they've done a phenomenal job on it. The only disappointing thing about this line is that they didn't release like an entire squad of Rebel troops. That was a missed opportunity, particularly for those of us that have 5 or 6 U-Wings sitting around on shelves in our room, who would have liked to have had Rebel forces there. So let's go ahead and free him from his plastic prison here. Hope everyone is enjoying their 4th of July weekend. I have to go to work here momentarily. I haven't had a lot of time, as I said in a previous video, to do anything. And I generally spend about 80 to 90 hours doing research on whatever it is I'm reviewing before you guys ever see a video review from me. Now, this particular projectile launcher I will be keeping because this is a Plex missile launcher. And if you guys have read Star Wars Battlefront Twilight Company, you will recognize this toy. And the missile won't remove off the side, but that's what this is. This is what we see Baze Malbus fire against that AT-ACT. Yeah, so to me, this is worth buying 3 or 4 Lieutenant Seflas just to get a bunch of these for troop builders. Really cool toy. You can see it's pretty much accurate to scale. Doesn't need anything done to it. Really nice. He also includes a A300 rifle. Now there's a little difference in the A280s and the A300s. The A280, which you see Cassian Andor using, is called the CFE, Covert Field Edition, because it breaks down into the basic pistol. These rifles that the Rebels are using are just rifles themselves. They don't break down. So really cool weapon. Some of them have the barrel shroud on the end. This one does not. So still a nice design. I really like how the props guys came up with these rifles for the film. And of course we have Lieutenant Sefla himself with a removable helmet. And a really cool action figure. I'm glad that his head pivots up on that ball joint. He's a very large dude. He's been eating a lot of rations, we can tell. But still a really cool action figure. I really like that. And one of the things about this that is so lifelike with the Rebellion is that they take people from all walks of life. Whoever's willing to join their ranks in the cause against the Empire, even those who might not be in top physical condition, as long as they've got, you know, a willing heart to fight the Empire. And that's one of the things I really appreciate. And you can see he's got, this is really what they used in the film, was a Vietnam era Army flak vest that they painted blue or black, and they sewed extra ribbing on here, some magazine pouches. They painted a little patch up there on the shoulder. Of course, he's got a PLCE British Army belt on, is what this was, with extra pouches, and British fatigue pants, and the boots were custom made, I think out of riding boots is what they used. But really cool figure. And of course on his shirt it's got a ribbon going down the side. So if you guys are into cosplay, this is really great opportunity to dress up as a Rebel Commando. Really like these figures. And of course he can hold the Plex. Might be a little bit difficult there, but he can hold that. But that makes for a really nice diorama to include that in the packaging. As I said, I normally toss these projectile weapons, but that one's worth keeping for sure. But just a really cool figure, and of course he's very stable on his own, and I really like what they've done there with Lieutenant Sefla. And of course there's the accessories that are included. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have the Star Wars Rogue One 3 3/4 inch Lieutenant Sefla action figure. And thank you guys for watching my video. Bear with me with my background. I've got a new office set up here and haven't got everything put in here to do videos like I want to yet. And that's going to be changing here. We got some new equipment in here to make these videos a lot nicer for you, including a 16 megapixel camera. So that's really awesome. If you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Orion's Belt Creations, please do so. I really appreciate the new subscribers. We're up to 75 now, I think it is. And check out my Facebook page by the same name, where I detail all of my custom work. Sometimes I'll share news and tidbits and just my own personal thoughts about different franchises, not just Star Wars. I'm also a contributing columnist for Outer Rim News. Outer Rim News is the fastest growing Star Wars news website today, with nearly 30,000 subscribers and followers worldwide. We cover everything from commentaries to collectibles to comics to live action films, the animated series, conventions, video games. Outer Rim News has it covered where Star Wars is concerned. Visit our Facebook page and like us. Sign up for our news alerts. Check out our weekly podcast with Ashley. Really great guy. I really appreciate the opportunity he's given me to be a part of such a wonderful team there at Outer Rim News. So thank you guys for watching my video reviews. Stay tuned. There's more to come. May the Force be with you.